online sports coverage of Lovett Athletics is brought to you by the Beery Cummings Group of Dorsey Alston Realtors.
From Alfred Thompson Stadium on the campus of the Westminster Schools, Fritz Orr Field. You can't get rid of me. Lovett class of 74. Richard Jarakitis. They tried, but they were unsuccessful. And I'm joined by Lovett class of 1990. Go ahead and say it.
State baseball champions.
Yes, exactly. Ward Jones, catcher on that intrepid squad. And we don't want to pretend that we're on the campus of the Westminster Schools because we're in the Lovett press box right now. And we get to broadcast from here because we stream everything back from here and send it out over the streaming service from ESE Network. So we're just under 9 minutes away from kickoff. Ward and I will have a chance to go around games around AA, do a little season recap, and tell you our starting lineup. Ward, this game wasn't played last year.
Yeah, this was one that we sorely missed and would have been the kickoff to that 2020, that strange 2020 season, and they had to cancel it due to COVID, of course. So we're glad to have this game back on the schedule and back with fans in the stands and look forward to this rivalry resuming.
Yeah, I got to play with I played Bobby Jones today, the Magnolia course. No, Azalea course, sorry. Turn to your right with Todd Stein. I think Westminster class of 93, I think. And Todd Stanton, another Westminster parent. And Justin Farmer, another Lovett parent. And they were all asking me, so where are you going to be? And I said, I'm going to be in the Lovett press box. And they went, you're not going to Westminster to see the new stadium? I said, there'll be time for that. You rode over there and checked it out just beforehand. How did it look?
I didn't even get to go in. Your son caught me before. I had made the mistake of trying to find where we would be broadcasting soon to find out that I'm in the wrong place. So glad to be here, though.
It is nice to be here in the press box here at Conley Oakley Field, Martin Kilpatrick Stadium. So let's go quickly around the state. Games around AA that are of particular interest. Rabun County, we're going to take the AA games of the teams of consequence, the GPB AA top 10. Rabun County, number 2 in the state, is at Jefferson. That's a big game up in northeast Georgia. Callaway travels over to Lee County, Alabama to play Opelika. The Bulldogs host Callaway. That's a 5A team from the state of Alabama against the 2A state champions from last year, and that'll be a heck of a ball game.
Well, that's 2 games to start a season that got heavyweights.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because
Rabun County Jefferson has a bunch of studs, and we know Callaway is usually always loaded, and they are again this year.
Brooks County is at Thomasville. Brooks County highly ranked in single A, and of course Thomasville ranked in double A. Bleckley County, the Royals from Cochran will head over to West Lawrence. Not a far drive for them, about 2 exits on I-16. And then northeast from down in the Macon area, they will head to Jones County to play the Greyhounds over in Gray. And then finally, Jeff Davis will head up to Macon to play Rutland. So that gives you an idea of what we're looking at around the state in AA football. Need to mention our copyright disclaimer that we have to cover every game. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures and accounts of this game broadcast without the express written consent of the athletic director at the Lovett School is strictly prohibited. Ward, may as well give us our starting lineups for tonight for the Lovett Lions.
Yeah, let's do it. Starting off this 2021 season for the Lions on offense, at left tackle will be junior Noah Claxton. At left guard will be senior Luke Graham. At center will be senior James Wall. At right guard will be senior MJ Greentree. At right tackle will be Grant Ewing, a junior. Out wide on one side will be senior Stevie Bracey at tight end. Our wide receivers tonight are Alex Lindsey, a senior on one side, and Logan Givens, a senior on the other side. Our fullback tonight is senior Henry Jones. Our tailback is Henry Stimmel, senior, and our quarterback is sophomore Preston Lusing. On defense for the Lions inside, defensive end on one side will have senior Luke Graham. At nose will be MJ Greentree, a senior. The other defensive end will be James Wall, a senior. Our linebackers, Sam Boudreau, a senior. Garrett Kelly, a senior. Stevie Bracey, a senior. Jake Bryant, a junior. Robert Mitchell, a senior. And corners tonight, on one side will have Chase Nally, a senior. The other side will have Christopher Fielden, a junior. And our safety is Anderson Deaver.
Those are some interesting looking new Westminster jerseys. For some reason, I thought GHSA said you had to have contrasting numbers, but I guess that's contrasting enough. So I was watching Tuesday very closely on the U.S. Gosh, I'm trying to remember which geologic survey. I guess the U.S. Geologic Survey, which had the hydrologic water levels, and Westminster came within about a half foot of Nancy Creek coming out of its banks on Tuesday.
Boy, Nancy Creek is just notorious for getting flash flood. I know that whole corridor is down by where you played golf, right?
Yeah.
That area has been
at Peachtree Creek. It was a little soggy today.
Yeah. Well, we can see captains at midfield, and as the coin toss, some of the Lovett captains, looks like Chase Nally, senior, James Wall, also Will Stimmel, and Stevie Bracey. And to be honest with you, it's hard for us to see the numbers of Westminster from our vantage point here, but it looks like number 44 is Holden stays there. Number 21 is Robert Clark. 24 maybe. I think that's Jacob Fleming. Those are all seniors. So anyway, forgive us for our vantage point is a little tough to make out those. Looks like Westminster is going to receive this first half kickoff. We're not sure if they won the toss and elected receive or if Lovett deferred, but nonetheless, the Lions will be on defense to start this 2021 campaign. Westminster will start out on offense, so right away we'll see our defense tested with this steady Freddy Westminster offense as we've seen over the years.
Yeah, I don't know whether we need to go back to the days of Gordon Beckham or the days of Tom Moak or Rankin Woley, but you can rest assured that we know pretty much what Westminster will try and run, and that is that sort of stacked shotgun set. And they'll do their best to tuck the ball as much as they can and use their quarterback often as a running back.
Yeah, we got to say disciplined on defense because a lot of times this Westminster offense acts like they're going one way and they'll look back and throw it the other way. So we saw that 2 years ago. Lovett did a good job of staying home and making some big plays on defense. And they'll have to do the same tonight, as we know this Westminster offense is known for staying fundamental and grinding out some long drives. And then they'll throw in a trick play here and there. Well, a warm evening, though it is August 20th. It's at least under 90 degrees, so I feel like playing conditions will be good for this first game. I'm sure we might see some extended water breaks, but the field, based on what we can see, looks pretty good. And like you said, Richard, they were close to getting that thing flooded a little bit, but we're glad that it didn't, and we'll have optimal playing conditions to start. Oh, happy birthday while we're here, John Jarakitis. Happy birthday, John. 25?
Somewhere between 25 and 46. Yeah, I can remember when John was told happy birthday at the 2004 game, or right before the 2004 game by his big brother down in the stands. And he said, "Oh, happy birthday, Brother John." It's nice to be remote because you're not going to hear the national anthem right now. Pretty good camera work, number two.
You got a shot of that new stadium over there at Westminster. Long needed, be the first to say. And the press box was shaking while we were sitting in it. It was not the most comfortable feeling.
They have 38 wins on the season.
I worry about every game.
We're 4 games up.
What's happened to the Braves this year? Being first place is amazing.
So we're just about probably a minute and a half away from kickoff. We're a little past that 7:30 hour. Thanks to the Lovett linebackers for bringing you, I think, the 38th edition of Lovett versus Westminster. So I know the Atlanta Area Football Officials Association, headed up by Richard Rice, has the game tonight. I did get a text from them. I think we're good. We got Braves going on one TV. I've got scores from Score Atlanta on another in GPB, so we should be good. Still don't understand why people can't kick off at 7:30 when it's time for kickoff at 7:30. Here's Steve Franks when you need him, tapping his watch. Time for kickoff. I know where Steve Franks is. He's in Miramar Beach, Florida right now.
You want me to take you to the sidelines? You want me to take you to the sidelines?
So as you can see, the Lovett Lions dressed in their tighty whities tonight. Fortunately, no contrasting white with those Columbia blue bottoms. Westminster decked all in green, that Kelly green. And Connor Devaney is set to kick it away, and he will boot it short where it's going to be fair caught right around the 31-yard line, and we're going to struggle to figure out Westminster numbers tonight. It looked like that was Fane Barton, a backup running back. And they'll give it to him at the 32, so that's where Westminster will set up, 1st and 10. Moving left to right or from that west end zone to towards that east end zone. And the Lions will line up in that traditional 3-5 set. The shotgun set, they move Stays in motion. They're going to look to throw it to Stays, and he didn't turn around for it. And gosh, I thought Anderson Beaver had a good chance to pick it off, but the pass falls incomplete.
Interesting decision for Westminster there, coming out throwing. You see the replay. We had incredibly good coverage. One guy bracketing him, and we had a safety over the top and a linebacker right in the area too. Good coverage there by the defense for the Lions.
So Collier has it 2nd and 10. And he will leave it with his running back, get hit around the 35, and fight his way up around near the 39-yard line. And that's Quentin Ezard. And it'll set up third and about 3. Gosh, they gave him all the way up to the 40. Generous spot by the AFOA.
Yeah, good stiff arm by that running back. Big running back, Westminster.
Yeah, they don't give you height and weight at Westminster. So shotgun set, we shift to a 4-man set. We're going to throw it out wide, complete, and enough for a first down. They found Jaden Owens, a senior wideout. He is a tall drink of water, and he picked up about 5 up to the 45-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds there by Sam Boudreau.
Yeah, we had off coverage there on the outside, just a 3-4 yard stop route. We gave good buffer there. Easy first down for Westminster.
So first and 10 Westminster from their own 45. They go power set. They're going to hand it off to Ezard, and he's going to pick up enough for a first down as he just rumbles off that left side right over that A gap and picks up 11.
Yeah, good blocking up front. A little bit of arm tackling there.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of gap discipline there. The first and 10 Westminster from the Lions' 44-yard line. Again, shotgun set, 3 receivers right, 1 left. And it looks like Luke Graham's going to swallow up Ezard that time right at the line of scrimmage. Yep, pretty much dead at the line of scrimmage. Good play by Luke.
Yeah, good penetration there. He beat the block, and then good gang tackling there. Thought it would be maybe a loss on the play, but
so again, Collier has man in motion. It stays his tight end, and he'll stack like an H-back this time. They're going to look for him, and we're going to give chase. And, oh, wait a minute, that's intentional grounding. You can't know. Are you kidding?
I think he might have been down.
Oh, he did. Did he call him down?
Boy, I thought he was down.
Oh, you've got – come on, Richard Rice. You're a better official than that.
Well, there's a hold right there. Is he not down right here?
No, that's grounding.
Yep, that didn't get to the line of scrimmage.
That didn't come close to the line of scrimmage. Luke Graham had him swallowed up, but that ball didn't come close to the line of scrimmage.
Certainly wasn't a receiver. That's a false start.
Oh, mercy me.
That would have been about 3rd and 24, 25, with the penalty.
I'm afraid I'm already in midseason form. I can understand it if you can get it past the sticks, but it didn't come close to the sticks.
Yeah. So a big third down. It's going to be third and about 14 or 15. Yeah, the Lions defense needs to step up here.
From just across the midfield stripe. Again, 3 receivers to the left. He's going to throw it complete and just shy of that first down marker. If they mark it, no, they're going to give it to him. Boy, I'll tell you, that not calling intentional grounding that time, Fielden was in on the tackle. Was that Stays coming across the middle?
Yeah, a little crossing route here, a little stack coverage, and then come back across from the outside. Really nicely thrown ball. Good route run by the receiver on the edge
spot.
there. Looked like he was about a foot or two short, but they gave it to him, I think. Straight up, no measurement. Oh, maybe there was a penalty.
Well, there's another flag. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
This is what you get for remote. Are we getting paid back on that?
Maybe some sort of procedure like an illegal formation, maybe.
They might have had.
Covered up one of the receivers.
They might have had one of the receivers covered. So it'll be 3rd and 20 from the Westminster 46. They'll go they're going 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Single setback, and Collier will roll, look, and throw it complete, but hit right around the 48-yard line. Where's the side judge? Come on. You stay with. Come on. Move, side judge. You don't stay on the line. Come down. Yes. Sorry.
Good tackle there by Robert Mitchell,
Yep.
the senior linebacker.
So the Cats will have to punt it away here on this, we'll call it 4th and 13. And that ball's going to bound and take a little bit of a Lovett bounce and be down somewhere down inside the 15-yard line.
I think we're having a little technical difficulty here, guys. Bear with us. Getting one of our cameras back.
You can blame this on a
It
pandemic.
This is game 1.
I had a pretty good guess it was down inside the 15.
Yeah, that did take a Lovett bounce. You're right, Richard, because that looked like it was inside the 10 at one point.
So 1st and 10 lines from the 12, and Preston Lusink will go under center. Under center this time. And hand it to Stimmel running wide. He's got 4, 5, 6 yards out near the 20. Give him 7 out near the 19.
Yeah, good blocking out on the edge. That's just kind of a little jet sweep almost, just a straight running play out to the right. Blockers lead, and we pull one of our linemen. Good blocking there on the right edge. Good gain on 1st down.
So we'll call it 2nd, and I didn't give him as much as I thought. 2nd and 4. We'll give him a 6-yard pickup. Now we'll go shotgun set. We put Henry Jones in motion. Now we're going to shift Givens across the set. Hand it off inside. We're going to pick up enough for a 1st down as Stimmel races. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a flag? Looks like a flag came in. Did we not get set? Because that was a mighty quick time to call a flag, to call a hold there.
Boy, it's a well-designed, excellent motion.
We should have good eyes on this.
Oh, look at a face mask right there.
Gosh, I don't know where the flag would have been.
It was a face mask, Richard.
Clark was in on the tackle with Carson Stout, but
that was a great replay. You could see right on the edge there, he grabbed out his face mask. The Lions will get yardage for the 1st down, and then on top of that, a penalty. So we're moving the ball down the field right now on this opening drive, looking good.
It moves it out from the 29 to the 44, and the Lions will have a fresh set of downs. So Richard Rice gets that clock started again. 1st and 10 lines from their own 44. This drive started at the 12. We're going to hand it off to Stimmel again, and he's going to get hit hard right after about a 4-yard pickup.
A nice open field tackle there by Westminster. Maybe one of their cornerbacks or outside linebackers. That was well blocked again, but a nice stuff tackle on the edge there.
But good 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, good 4 yards there. 1st down.
We got 2nd and 6. Good to see Noah playing well there at left tackle at the tough position for Noah Claxton in his 1st year of football. Shotgun set, stack set. Come on, Lions, be set.
Yeah, Westminster did to the Lions what we usually do to others. They shifted their defensive front, and that caused one of our guys to bobble there, and that'll back us up, so erase that 1st down gain.
It'll bring up 2nd and 11 after that 5-yard mark off for illegal procedure.
I'm not in your way, am I? Yes, sir.
So we put Givens in motion, and Lusink takes the low snap, floats it out, And there's a flag on the play. We might have turned up early on that. Givens was brought down after about a 6-yard pickup by Jack Adams.
Penalty is on the Lions. I did not see what the actual call was.
I think
Lineman downfield.
Logan may have turned up field before the snap.
That's 2 penalties in a row, so we're going backwards. After we were executing quite nicely on this opening drive, especially on first down.
So second and 16 from the 30. We'll call it the 27-yard line. Lusink will keep it and maybe pick up 3 as he lunges ahead. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Lions.
Just call that on second down?
He got up just across the 30. So again, it'll be 3rd and 13. The line gains the 44.
All right. Tell him we'll break up the camera at the 5-minute mark. Tell him we'll move the camera at the 5-minute mark.
Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right.
This is an interesting defensive alignment for Westminster. They only have 2 down linemen. Now they bring some backers up, maybe showing a blitz and then going to back out of it. Long time on the clock here.
We fake it, look.
Ooh.
And boy, I thought we had a man open coming across the middle, and Garrett Kelly. But that pass
Floated
fell
a little.
incomplete.
Yeah. A little bit of a short arm there. Maybe his read was to the outside, and then late saw our tight end breaking open there over the middle. But he was open. Good throw. That's probably a first down.
Yep.
Because he has the size on that defensive back right there.
Yeah, he could have been a little bit more decisive in delivering. Stops the clock with 5:25 to go, and we'll be forced to punt it away.
John, we're going to go ahead and break up
Good snap.
to get the interview.
And just a wobbly kick that's going to be gathered in right around the 45. That was again, wobbly kick that we really didn't get our foot into that time.
Yeah, promising drive there for the Lions on offense, but the penalties really cost us. And we didn't really flip the field on the punt there, so Westminster will have good field position for their second drive. They got a couple first downs and then had a few penalties of their own before they had to punt on their first drive. So similar starts for both offenses.
Question is Westminster going to take the penalty against us for procedure? Officials are gathering. You can see them right around the 40-yard line, the Lovett 40. They're coming over, and it looks like the coaches are saying send them back, make them punt it again.
By the way, great turnout. Good job, Lions fans. I think we have more on our side than they do on their side. That's a great job. Good turnout. Westminster coach fired up at these officials trying to get this game going.
Yep, the dozen Westminster coaches they have, including former NYO star L.B. Joel.
Well, now the chains are moving up the field, and now the ball is going. That was where the spot was, correct, Richard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're going to get it going at some point. We need the head ref to be on the other side over there. Now they're going to huddle. This one of the water breaks required, maybe?
Well, it looks like it. All I can say is that we're left with not knowing for certain all we can tell you is that linebackers are looking for you to help support Lovett Athletics. One of the ways to do that is to go to lovettnetwork.org and click the blue linebackers button to become a linebackers member. It's really something that was started long, long ago, back in the late 60s, by a group of dedicated Lovett parents, people like Buddy Young and Ewell Pope. And it's continued on many years later so that we can support Lovett Athletics from every sport in the fall to the ending sports in spring. So go to Lovett Network, click on that blue linebackers button, and join linebackers. Several different levels at which you can join, and we know you'll appreciate all the chances you have to come watch Lovett football. We'll give some shout-outs later. We got lots of folks who've been texting all through the game. So shotgun set for the Cats this time as Collier shifts, stays. They put a man in motion. They're going to hand it wide. And we're going to give chase and try and run him out of bounds. They handed it off wide. It looked like to Jaden Owens. I couldn't tell for sure. Camera one's down right now, which is always a problem when you don't have a feed from camera one because you're doing it at ground level.
Yeah, that was their jet sweep, their version of the jet sweep. And good containment outside by the Lions. Good read there.
Play picks up 3.
Stevie Bracey's all over the place tonight on defense.
Again, Collier fakes it, hands it, and diving ahead is Ezard, but he only picks up about 2. And it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
This might be 4-down territory for Westminster's play calling.
So Collier sends 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Looks like they moved early. That ball's going to be thrown complete on this near side. I couldn't tell if that was Denton Schamberger or not.
Yeah, just a little go. A route that takes you just past the sticks, and we've got to respect that with single coverage on the outside. Chase Nally, a good tackle, but not before a first down.
Yeah, I thought the receiver on that top side left early, and you noticed it too.
Well, and that's Westminster's play where they're setting us up for that little stop route, and then they'll do a pump fake and try to go by. So that's why Chase is.
So 1st and 10 Cats out of the pistol. They'll leave it with Ezard. He'll try and come this side and
Nice
get
tackle.
Brought down right around the 36-yard line, pick up a 2. Chase Nally dropped him right there. Did a great job of containing. He recognized it very early. Our backers have to get off those blocks. So 2nd and 8 Cats from the Lions 36. They'll toss it wide to Ezard. We miss a block, and doggone it, he gets back inside the 35 down to around the 30 to make it 3rd and just along 2.
Yeah, we had that play read beautifully and just couldn't make the tackle on the edge. Good stiff arm by that. That's the second good stiff arm by that running back. Luke Graham played it perfectly, but just couldn't finish that tackle. It's a big running back for Westminster. Got a good stiff arm. 3rd and, what is that, 2?
3rd and 2 from the Lions 30. Again, 3 receivers split wide left, 1 to this near side. And we'll hit Ezard in the backfield. Where's the whistle? Oh, come on. Of course, I can't hear the whistle, so there's no way to know.
Well, it was a stop in the backfield for a loss, and I'm not quite sure what the penalty would be for. I mean, the running back is still trying to make an effort to move forward and get out of the tackle. That's a holding, by the way. He's still turning around and trying to run his legs, so I'm not sure. Did they get it for a horse collar right there? Might be a personal foul. I don't know how one of our players got his helmet ripped off. Could have been a stiff arm face mask grab. We'll see what this call is.
Here's your replay again. We
Great
hit him about 3 yards
penetration.
deep.
That the horse collar right there?
No, holding on. It's personal foul on Lovett. And the Lions catch a really bad break there.
And in their first down, so it's backwards.
He did. It's what you expect out of a Tennessee grad. Shotgun set. They're going to go power set, look inside, and throw it incomplete. They had Stays breaking open right in the corner of the end zone.
Boy, these officials are letting this Westminster offensive line get a little tug here. Look on this right side again, getting away with a hold. We throw in a blitzer there. Ooh, that's a hold. That running back coming over to block on a blitz, but a high throw and incompletion. Lions will take that. A couple big penalties against the Lions. You don't usually see that from the well-disciplined Lovett team, but they've been costly tonight. A couple on offense and now one big one on defense.
2nd and 10 Cats from the Lions. 16, we'll call it. They're going to hand it to Ezra. He's got a big hole.
Oh, no.
They're going to keep it. Collier did a great job. I mean, I've read Ezra taking it the whole time, and he's going to get down inside the 10, down to the 5, enough for what looks like a Westminster first down. Great fake. We didn't stay home. Come on, Luke. Don't let him front you like that.
We had a couple guys that were really fooled on that play. Great fake by the quarterback for Westminster, and they're 1st and goal.
So Ezra's going to pick up about 3 on that. You can see the replay here. Collier leaves it with Ezra. He tries to run off that right side. Folks, for some reason, camera 1 continues to be down. That's the problem with having to do this remotely. And we can see Westminster just scored off a
penalties, mistakes there. The Lovett defense really cost us. It gave free plays for Westminster, and they take advantage and get the touchdown. Take a 6-0 lead here late in the first quarter. Little pass play out on the edge where we give a little bit of bufferage there, a little bit of off coverage. I think they scored.
Oh, I can promise you, those officials' arms went up.
Yeah, 6-0. The first score of this 2021 season goes to Westminster, and they take a 6-0 lead. And a little pass play. The personal foul was huge because it would have been 3rd and long, or would have been 4th and long, right, Richard?
Yep.
Yeah, 4th and 5 or 6, and I think it was a horse collar call, personal foul.
Well, you can tell Westminster's point after touchdown was good. 9 plays, 44 yards.
Yeah, mistakes so far are the thing that stands out on offense. A couple of bad penalties that forced us to punt. Now that defensive penalty in Westminster's offense took advantage and gets this first score, and they lead at 7-0. Your Ruth Chris scoring recap, as Richard said, 9 plays, 44 yards, about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes off the clock. So a good productive drive for Westminster on their second timeout, and they get the touchdown.
Yeah, we must be playing Westminster this week. I'm biting my nail, chewing my cuticles. Who's Westminster's Harrison Buckner, who boots it into the end zone? Afraid we're going to have people leaving us going to WCAT.
We're having a little technical difficulties with the cameras, as you can tell, so bear with us.
All right, 1st and 10 Lions from their own 20-yard line, trailing at 7-0. We were late first period. This will be the Lions' second possession. Shotgun set, low snap. We're going to throw it complete and bounced out of bounds right around what should be the 26-yard line. Complete to Garrett Kelly.
Good throw there, just an easy out route. Couple of yards after contact there by our big tight end, Garrett Kelly, senior.
So 2nd and 4 from the 26. Stimmel's going to take it, fight ahead near the 30-yard line. They're going to give it to him up to the 30.
Yeah, good blocking on that right side following big Grant Ewing. We have one guy down. Oh,
well,
maybe they're
I think
just
they
interlocked.
I think they were interlocked with. So the nose of the football is just across the 30. It'll be first down Lions. Boy, this is critical that the Lions churn out some yards here because Westminster is going to win field position with their kicking game. Come on, Lions.
It's the second one of those procedure penalties. Uncharacteristic mistakes for the Lions, hurting themselves.
First and 15 Lions from the 25. We go shotgun set with a power bunch set. We leave it with Stimmel. He tries to cut inside. He's going to fight ahead for maybe 3 or 4. No, check that. That actually went to Charlie Wutcher. 21 and 27 remote. It's hard to make out.
About 10 seconds left in this first quarter. I wonder if we'll run a play or wait.
Sam Ravis was in on the tackle for the Cats, and the Lions will face 2nd and 12 as we move to the second quarter here. Lovett Westminster 2021. By the way, folks, you need to know that the Lovett Campus store is the place you need to go because it's always stocked with brand new Lovett Spirit gear, gifts, and supplies. It even has seasonal items already to buy as early as now for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and, of course, that wonderful Halloween holiday. I may even get something for Labor Day for it. Ward?
Friday, September 10th, guys. Support the Lions 2021-22. Mark this one on your calendars. Friday, September 10th. Linebackers picnic, 5:30 to 7 just before the game. That's a wonderful tradition here on the riverbank. A great meal, $16 a person, 4 and under are free. Get you some excellent barbecue. We'll have the cheerleaders out there, the 7th and 8th grade players. We'll be throwing the ball with the kids. So it's a can't-miss event, and we didn't get to do it last year, as we all know, so it'll be so much fun to get back out and get you some good barbecue and some good meet some new people and some old friends and all of that in between. So it's Friday, September 10th.
Yeah, that DOS barbecue, that's hard to beat. All right, Katie, what do you got? We're going to go to Katie for an interview momentarily. The 2nd and 12 Lions from their own 28-yard line after Witcher picked up 3. We go shotgun set, 3 receivers left, nobody right. And Lusing's going to keep it and go down actually for a yard loss back to the 27. We did not create a hole for him there. So this will bring up 3rd and 13, and Westminster makes wholesale changes on defense. So the Lions will go under center in an I set. And we'll hand it off to Stimmel. He'll get up to the 35, up near the 38-yard line, picks up 11, well, give him 10 on that. They're going to give him to the 37 rather. And the Lions will face 4th and 3 from there. And it looked like we'll kick it away. So Connor DeVinny, the freshman, will drop back, standing on about his 22. He'll get this kick away right around his 24, and the officials are calling timeout.
Westminster called timeout.
That's the only thing I can guess, because they walked out to the numbers to call the timeout. So timeout on the field, 10:39 to go. Cats lead it 7-0. We're going to go to Katie and Layla. What do you got? Well, we had the video. We just didn't have the audio. I can tell you what they said. No, I'm not taking AP Calculus this semester. I decided that I was going to take Applied Physics. So Connor will get this kick away probably right at his 25. Hard to tell you who's deep for the Cat because we're having to watch it on the same screen you are. Good snap. And that ball's going to bound right to the 31-yard line. And that's where Westminster will set up 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So 2 drives now for the Lions on offense, and kind of just have one little breakdown that ends up costing us punt on both times. That actually was a good punt, so we flipped the field. Westminster was playing safe defense there on 4th down, thinking we might fake it.
We could use a turnover. That's something you can't really count on with Westminster. So power set, pistol, and Collier will take it, leave it with Ezra running off that right side, and he's going to pick up about 5 up to the 36-yard line as he crosses the 35.
It's just power football, like you said, Richard. We said in pregame. That's been their MO. That type of play right there looks like we have it covered up, but that surge in the blockers gets 5 yards kind of as he falls forward.
So 3rd and a long 5. Cats, or a short 6. Sorry, 2nd and 5. Collier takes it, pump fakes, looks, and we had a man there. It looked like Beaver
Yeah, good
playing safety there.
good discipline by the Lions on defense as they did the pump fake like they were going to run the out route and then go. And actually, it's our safety.
That was, I think that was Chase Nally.
Yeah, our corner kind
dropping
of
deep.
came back to the play. Well, really well done there. Good defense.
Pass falls incomplete. Now it'll make it 3rd and 5. So trips left for the Cats. Collier will take it, look left, roll right, throw it underneath. Is it caught by Stays? I think it was.
Wow. How did he catch that ball, Richard? Great coverage. You'll see the replay. Great coverage over on that edge, so he decides to come back over this way. We hold containment there. Wow. I think he had to drop that.
No, that wasn't
Good
Stays.
hands.
That was actually Jacob Fleming. And Westminster will have to kick it away. Good tackle that time for the Lions. Looked like Jake Bryant in there.
Yeah, good defense by the Lions on that 2nd down play and the 3rd down play.
High snap. Get back there. Come on, guys. Give chase. Don't let him kick that ball. There you go.
Smoked him. Great job. High snap. Easily 2 or 3 feet over that punter's head. So a big break. That's the break we needed. That punter might be shaken up after that
I think
hit.
that was Robert Mitchell who got back there to drop him.
That punter is not used to getting hit. Poor guy. He took a got
I think it
clobbered
was
right there.
Robert Mitchell. I'm pretty sure that was Robert
Here's
Mitchell.
a better
who
angle,
dropped him.
Richard. Look on this replay. Nally was one back there. We couldn't quite see, but great break for the Lions on the bad snap. I don't think I've ever seen Westminster do that. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Lions inside the 5. Got to take advantage of this break and get 6.
Come on, guys. If you have to call a timeout, call a timeout. But dadgummit, don't have a penalty down here. Stack pistol set.
Play clock down to 3, 2.
Test.
Timeout. Coach Muschamp.
Sorry, folks. It's just the way we roll. You call a timeout as the play clock gets down to 1.
Boy, takes you back to that delay of game penalty we had a few years ago that really killed us. Well, at least we get the timeout there. I think it's 1st and goal from about the 4-yard
Yeah,
line.
we'll call it the 4.5. So 1st and goal from we'll call it the 4. Incidentally, Ward, why don't you, while we've got this timeout, why don't you tell us about our Love It Parent
Yeah,
Association?
the Love It Parent Association is the organization dedicated to promoting volunteer interest among parents in support of the school and engaging in activities promoting the enrichment of all students, faculty, and staff. There are many opportunities, both small and large, for you to make a positive impact. Visit the Love It website to become involved in the LPA today. Love It Parent Association, like the linebackers, one of the great things about this school. So Lions take the time out there to avoid the delay of game penalty after the big turnover, a bad snap on a punt by Westminster Special Teams. Good coverage there for the Lions, and we'll have 1st and goal. And lost camera 1 again, but I think, Richard, that's a touchdown for the Lions, best we can tell.
It looked like
Maybe a
Charlie
sweep.
Wutcher.
Yeah, a little misdirection.
And we
Fake
handed
to the
off
right
to
and then
Wutcher,
go
and
back
he
to the left. And
dove in, and
Stimmel.
that was Henry. So Henry Stimmel scored, and we gave Westminster the point. We must have Thomas Aquinas high school guys doing the graphic. So Devaney to attempt the extra point, and it's good. So your new
Wow.
score, Lovett 7, Westminster 7 with 8:51 to go here in the second period.
And your Ruth Chris scoring recap, Lions take one play, go 4 yards after the big special teams miscue by the Westminster Wildcats, only 7 seconds off the clock, and we tie it up here nearly midway through this second quarter. So got a good ball game. We thought it might be getting away from us there after the 2 punts, but Westminster makes a big mistake, and the Lions take advantage. Tied up 7-7. And again, a good misdirection. We look like we're going to go right, and we cut back left. You see on the replay here, and just good outside running, tough running there, and Stimmel gets his first touchdown of his senior season.
I'm sure his brother's watching. Or
And
if
you
he's
know what
not
was
there.
impressive? That kick, the extra point. That thing, we've got a leg. It looks like.
And that's a freshman.
Yeah, that's amazing. He bombed that thing. So a 7-7 tie here.
Want to give a quick shout out to Graham Dozier and Tyler Caswell. They keep texting. Stuart Coleman, it's bedtime for his bedtime. He's probably already in his pajamas. Give a shout out to all the Colemans. I give a special shout out to Warren Coleman every game. So Devaney's going to approach it, and we're going to kick it out of bounds, and Westminster will have it from the 35.
All right, so this defense, a good chance for this defense to keep the momentum on the Lovett sidelines. We did great job of discipline on that second down last time when they tried to do a pump fake Westminster offense. We did a good job in our secondary and breaking up the play, and then the third down, short gain, forced the punt, and then the special teams miscue for Westminster. So let's win first down on defense here.
So 1st and 10 Cats. We've lost number 1 again. Stays goes in motion. Collier's going to take it, leave it with Ezzard. He bounces off one man and gets up near the 40-yard line. I tell you, they love running off the right side, our left side. Please tell me that's Matt Casper from behind. It is Coach Barano. So we'll call it 2nd and 5, Westminster. Clock ticks inside that 8-minute mark. Give him 5 on that. Again, pistol set, power pistol left. They're going to toss it, and he's going to cut back inside. We had him turned inside, just got to fill.
Yeah,
They're gonna
that's
give him
the
3 up to the 43 rather.
That's where you give that junior running back, Quentin Ezzard. I mean, we've had him bottled up a couple times. He either cuts back and makes something out of nothing. I mean, he looked like he was going to get no gain, and Richard, he got 3 or 4 yards there. He's a tough runner. Not the heaviest guy, but a tall, powerful back.
So again, a power pistol set. That means your up back is flanking the quarterback, as you see. They'll throw it. That pass fell incomplete. Why would you throw it on 3rd and 1? Do you really disrespect us that much? You're going to.
That's an interesting play call right there. I mean, it was open and not best throw, but maybe even could have go down as a drop, but that's a very interesting play call with as well as Westminster has run the ball. Maybe a mistake on the read by the quarterback, but as the coaching staff at Westminster, looks like they came out and immediately got into the quarterback's drill, and so that at least Westminster will line up to punt. We'll see.
Are they going to snap it short? 4th and 1. Good snap this time. Good rush by the Lions. High, lazy kick. Going to be caught on a fair catch by Beaver right around the 15-yard line.
Boy, another good punter for Westminster. Shocker. So that's a big play, though, in this game. Nearly halfway through the second quarter, Lions get a stop on 3rd and less than a yard after the kickoff goes out of bounds. So it's a 7-7 tie here. Lovett will have not their best field position of the night, but maybe riding the momentum wave here.
Go 1st and 10 lines. You got 2 receivers left, 1 right. Go under center. Try and run it wide. We got to get a seal block, and we don't. But Stimmel keeps his feet. Was that Stem? No, check that. That was Henry Jones who kept his feet. No, Christopher Fielding. Good Lord. Sorry, I saw 12 and thought it was 22.
Yeah.
Fielding did a good job here. Good Lovett basketball player.
That's a good 2nd and 3rd effort because that
Get
play
it up
looked
near the
bottled up.
22-yard line. It sure was.
Great gain on 1st down.
It'll make it 2nd and 3 at the 22. I want to give Grant Ewing credit that time. He's been doing a good job sealing. So again, shotgun set. Givens goes in motion. We're going to toss it wide and get just up to the 25-yard line and enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, almost right on the line to
You can
gain
see
there.
on the replay, we run that little toss to Stimmel, and he gets just across the 25-yard line.
Stimmel's got good yardage on the night. As long as we don't commit penalties, he's been running well.
So 1st and 10 lines from their own 25. Boy, it would be great to have a sustained drive. Shotgun set, 3 receivers right. We put Jones in motion. We fake it to Stimmel, and Lusink's going to pick up maybe a yard.
You can tell they've practiced against our quarterback keep off the zone read there because that has not been successful tonight at all.
Give him 2 on that, make it 2nd and 8. They were kind of generous on that spot, I think.
You notice we've gone back to huddling up on the offense versus going to the line of scrimmage and looking. We seem to have some communication issues, so maybe you're going back to the old-fashioned huddle.
So shotgun set, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Lusink takes it, floats it deep, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. Was that Garrett Kelly, or it's just really hard to tell, folks.
A good fake and a good throw. Aggressive throw downfield, but well defended by Westminster.
That was actually Dylan Mayers, wasn't it? Dylan Mayers threw it incomplete for Alec Lindsey. So again, shotgun set, 2 receivers right. And Mayers will throw it underneath. Was that Stevie Bracey? I can't really tell. That was the Stimmel.
Yeah,
for
just a little
short
tunnel screen there to Stimmel. Got a new quarterback in, 2nd play. Well read by the Westminster defense. We look like we had that blocked. So we stall out and we'll have to punt.
Davini will have to check in, and we really need a big foot this time as Bracey will line up to kick it away. Davini will get this kick away right around his 16-yard line. Good snap. And he gets away a good kick. Takes really a very neutral bounce, goes out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. So about a 34-yard kick, and Westminster will have good field position with 3:50 to go. Sure wanted to sustain a drive and eat up some clock. Not sure what we're going to be able to feature at halftime, since it's hard to get anybody for a halftime guest when you're remote.
That's true.
So 1st and 10 Cats. They go offset, throw it underneath, complete. We miss a tackle right around the 48-yard line, and Jake Bryant slides over to make the tackle. That crossing route, we didn't get much of a drop there. Jake was able to at least get back there.
Yeah,
but
they
a
had
big pickup for the Cats.
multiple crossing routes, and then we missed the tackle. Nice design play for Westminster, and they get a big gain.
27-yard pickup for the Cats in Lovett territory at 43. They put Stace in motion. As you can see, now he's set up as an 8-back. They'll leave it with Ezzard.
Nice
but we
tackle.
get a great tackle.
Bracey.
That was Stevie Bracey who dropped him for about a 1-yard pickup.
Did he force a fumble there, Richard?
You know, it looked. I think he was already down when he was spinning him down.
Great job by the middle linebacker.
Good job
that
that
ball
time by
was out.
John O'Knox.
That ball was out, but he got back on it.
Good job by John O'Knox that time of, really sealing the edge.
There's a good defensive play after the big gain for Westminster.
So we'll call it 2nd and 9. Collier is going to have 3 receivers right, and he'll try and toss it left. And we're going to hit Ezzard right around the 40, but he keeps fighting down inside the 40. They'll give him to the 39. They'll give him 3, almost 4 on that.
Well, that was nearly another disaster for Westminster as the quarterback had trouble catching the snap. And he literally threw it overhand to the running back there. And again, excellent second effort, third effort by the Westminster running back. He's got some tough yardage. We had that bottled up pretty nicely. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter, tied up 7-7.
So pistol set that they break and just go straight pistol. They had power pistol, and I think the Lions are going to call a timeout here. Lovett calls a timeout with 1:58 to go here. Trying to defend against a 3rd and 5, almost 3rd and 6. Ward, we don't have a.
You got any scores over there, Richard?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was going to
some of
say
those
that,
big double-A. Gunner Stockton versus.
Well, Central of Phoenix City leads Peach County 6-0. That's at Peach County. Athens Christian leads Walker 7-0. That's a first quarter score. Dugley County leads Marion County 3-0. Greenville over Heritage Noonan 7-0. These are all first quarter scores. A second quarter score, Marietta leads Colquitt County 12-0 as the boys from Moultrie made the trek to Northcutt Stadium. Lambert leads Centennial 20-0. That's a second quarter score. Lakeside leads Burtmore 14-0. Alcovey over North Forsyth 7-6. Second quarter score. McIntyre Academy 7-0. Wheeler leads North Atlanta 7-0. That's also a second quarter score.
Big third down play here for the Lions defense.
So 3rd and a long 5, short 6 for the Cats. Lions look to blitz. And they'll throw it complete, wide open, right in our zone coverage.
That was just the perfect play call for that defense because we abandoned the middle of the field, and they just had that slot receiver do a little angle in, and he was wide open because we had blitzed from our middle linebacker spot. And it was a quick throw, an easy throw, and a well-designed first down play for Westminster. They're knocking on the door here late in this first quarter.
So 1st and 10 Westminster at the Lions. We'll call it 24. Pistol set. They put a man in motion, try and run it wide. We're going to give chase and hit him right around the 22-yard line. They handed it off wide that time. It looked like to Jacob Fleming.
Yeah,
Yes.
just a jet sweep, and I thought they got away with a hold again there. That big right tackle blocking on our linebacker, but no call. Well-defended play there by the Lions defense. Clock moving now. Clock stopped now. Maybe Westminster
They may have called
burned
out.
one
He
of
did
their
not
3
go out of
timeouts.
bounds.
Yeah,
Westminster calls
Westminster
timeout.
They're down to 2 timeouts, as you can see on your screen. Lions have 1 left. That was a big play for the Lions defense.
Boy, do we have a score of the hapless Baltimore Orioles? I'm just wondering because they only have 38 wins this season.
Braves up 3-0. So first place Atlanta Braves. Who would have thought that?
Who's pitching, Jim Palmer or Milt Pappas? For the
Max
Orioles?
Fried. Oh, for the Orioles. Yeah.
Palmer or Pappas?
Some derivative of.
McNally? No. Are they not pitching anymore? Gee. You close your eyes and guys.
Well, you see the Lions defensive huddle there. There's been a couple of plays where they've called the perfect play against the defense the Lions are running on this drive where they've gotten chunk yardage, 27 yards, and I think that 15 to 20-yard play on 3rd down last time on the slant route. 2nd down here, but we've got to avoid those big plays and try to force Westminster into a field goal attempt, if that.
2nd and 9, Cats. They've got 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. And Collier in the shotgun will take it, look left, and it looks like he's going to throw it underneath, and nice pickup down inside the 15, down near the 10.
You got the 1st down, so that's going to stop the clock.
He had plenty of time.
Yeah, good coverage by the Lions downfield, and the pocket kind of collapses,
Now,
and he makes a good move right there on Bracey. That one little move just could have made that tackle that would have forced a timeout, and certainly not a 1st down, so it'll be 1st and goal.
The 1st and goal, Cats from just inside the 10. They go power pistol left. And they'll try and run it
gadget play
on a little toss underneath like a Utah pass.
Yeah, everybody's going left, and then the back comes underneath. Good discipline by the Lions on this left side. You see a great replay here.
Yeah, he just throws it underneath, but good job there by the Lions staying home. And
Westminster will have to burn another timeout. We'll have
so
one
2nd
left.
and goal from the 5 this time. I want to give some shout-outs real quickly. Mike Pribish and George Pribish watching tonight. Lee Wetzler, Asher Gibbons, Greer and Byron Pope, Jeremy Oliver, Charlie Hoke, Warren Coleman, Fraser Parrott, Steve and Debbie Franks. Of course, Steve's probably asleep by now. Cindy Price, Chrissy and Chad Height. If you need a shout-out, just follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Love It Athletics. We'll check those accounts and toss a shout-out your way.
Well, it's going to be 2nd goal for Westminster. They did get a little bit of a gain, but a good play by the Lions defense on the little misdirection pitch play. Good job of the Lions on that left side, forcing Westminster to call their 2nd timeout. They have 1 left.
Who's going to get Sprayberry's barbecue at lunch? For dinner tonight. Anybody ride to Noonan and pick it up? 2nd and goal, Cats from the 5. Again, pistol set, 3 receivers left.
Again, we ask fans on both sides of the field, please do not blow whistles. It's bad sportsmanship and it's dangerous to the players on the field.
We've lost camera 1 again. Sorry, folks. Must be their new press box.
Come on, boys, it's ball. Sorry, there's a lot of players in the line. Sure.
So you can see Collier here from the sideline, and is Westminster now officials timeout.
I'm gonna move my
Timeout.
camera real quick.
Bro, timeout.
Oh, okay.
Sure will be nice to have a game at home next week.
This official timeout is because there are whistles being blown in the stands.
So the officials have gone to the sideline, and here comes Richard Rice, the Atlanta Area Football Officials Association white cap, and he will set up. Talking to Coach Muschamp right around the numbers. Not sure if it's because
My God.
they've blown too many whistles at the stadium in the stands, and their officials have been trying to stop it.
One-on-one with
So you can see Stace is stacked. They're going to try and throw underneath.
Complete.
Touchdown
Yeah.
Westminster.
Right in the back of the end zone. A late
Right in the
flag.
back of the end zone. I think it's unsportsmanlike for spinning the ball after it was caught.
I mean, he had plenty of time. Kind of scan the field. That's a long developing play.
Yeah, that's
That's a very complicated route pattern that they run. All the way in the back of the end zone. If we could have gotten any sort of pressure there. Yeah, so it'll be an unsportsmanlike. I would imagine we would back this up on the extra point, right? Well, with 27 seconds left, maybe they.
well, you got one timeout. Might as well make them kick it from.
If there was more time on the clock, you might take it on the kickoff.
If they really want to do away with unsportsmanlike on a touchdown, take the play away. It'll stop it.
Good point. Yeah, it's a way after the play.
It'll stop it
but,
real
yeah.
quickly. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
Look
Called
how
against
long this
Cats.
route pattern takes. I mean, he's all the way on the edge here and then comes all the way back underneath. It's a well-designed play. Tough to defend when the far outside receiver comes all the way back inside to the back of the end zone. But the key there was the blocking up front, Richard.
Yep.
The offensive line for Westminster really did a good job there. And it's going to be 13-7 here once they assess the penalty. Touchdown will count.
I will assume we're going to take it on the kickoff. Nope.
This is a big extra point, though. We've seen in so many high school games over the history of Lovett, people
So
missing
Josh
field goals.
Brockman will attempt a 35-yard point after touchdown. High snap. And it's good.
Well, it's an impressive 2-minute drive there. Especially the back half, the Ruth Chris scoring recap, 8 plays, 59 yards, using 3 minutes and 23 seconds, and the big pass there on third down. Second and goal. Huge play, and that was the quarterback keep there on the coverage. Good coverage down the field and a wide open middle of the field, and the quarterback for Westminster on second and long there gets up and gets a first down, and that really set up the goal-to-go set sequence there, and they get the touchdown. Lions were kind of bending that whole series, but they finally broke there in that second down play. Good blocking up front by Westminster's offensive line all night long. Well-coached team they are. Really a game of mistakes. Lovett's mistake. Penalties gave Westminster excellent field position and a touchdown. And then Westminster special teams mess up has given Lovett the touchdown, but that was a first true long drive for either team.
They better not return this shit.
All right, is she? Count to three on the line. 1, 2, 3.
So they will boot it deep and taking it about the 2, up across the 15, up across the 25, stays on his feet, and dives ahead to the 30. We get a block in the back.
Yeah, called 2 of our guys on it. Boy, what an excellent kickoff right there, Richard. Coffin corner, not into the end zone. You can do that a lot. It'll definitely be a block in the back, and that'll probably force the hand of the Lions to just kneel on it. We will get the ball to start the second half.
So they'll mark it off from the spot of the foul. Technically half the distance. And as Ward says, we will probably
maybe
take a knee.
Run one running play here, see if we get anything.
Preston Lusink looks for the official to blow his whistle. So he will take a knee, and the last 21 seconds will tick off the clock. And we'll head to halftime. Trailing Westminster 14-7. We're not sure who we have set up for halftime interviews, but we will see.
We just lost the camera that controls all the audio. Oh, it's back up. It's back up. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay. Test the mic. Is that good? He says it's not back up. It's not back up. This is awesome. Oh. Wait, test again. Katie just tested again. Is it working?
So you can see the Lovett and Westminster cheerleaders heading out towards the center of the field.
Test.
All right, we're going to go to Katie. Take it away, Katie Freiberger.
I'm here on the sidelines with some Little Lovett students. I'm going to ask them a few questions about their school year, what grades they're in, and things like that. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Ford.
And what do you like most about Lovett?
I like that I have like a lot of my friends go there, and the teachers are very nice.
I agree. You can make a lot of friends here.
Mhm. Yes.
Are you excited to be at a football game at Lovett?
Yes.
You're really excited? All right, guys, can you give me a collective really loud Go Lions? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Go Lions!
Thank you, guys. You guys came back to the game. Back to you guys. Wait, I gotta do this. One sec. Oh my god.
it. Table. Love against ball, right?
Oh, I love this shoe. Oh yeah, get this shoe. They do a flip.
Recruiting. Well, we head to the third period here at Martin Kilpatrick Stadium, where we're broadcasting from, but Alfred E. Newman, as I call it, Stadium, and Westminster will kick it deep, and no return for the Lions. Interesting, Ward. Westminster has has 5 kickers on their roster.
And based on some of the film we were watching during halftime, they all can boom it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, going back, 20 years or so, Richard? Every time it's something that's really noticeable is Westminster punter and kicker, or sometimes they're the one and the same. It's definitely an advantage for them throughout their seasons.
So the Lions deferred to the second half, and they will start first and 10, moving out of that west end zone and throw it complete up across the 30, up across the 35, still on his feet and brought down finally right around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, a little bootleg. Quick toss, easy toss.
That was Henry Jones.
This is a great block downfield by you'll see downfield here, peeling back right there as a great block. The Lovitz just got to not shoot themselves in the foot with penalties and mistakes.
We look deep, trying to float it. Is that caught? It is caught. What a fantastic catch that time by Alex Lindsey, who just laid out and caught it deep in Westminster territory.
Yeah, what a throw, an even better catch. Good protection up front by the line.
and really a good job of leading him away from the defensive back. So 1st and 10 Lions quickly at the Westminster 35-yard line. Lusink hooking up with Lindsey.
2 chunk plays back to back, and we'll go back into the huddle here.
You know, the disadvantage of doing this remote is you can't see the play clock. The Lions go under center, and dadgummit.
Here's that mistake that we need to avoid.
Did Noah have to come up with the ball that time? What happened on the replay here? We're under center, we drop it,
Gosh,
and Lusink has to just dive back on it.
5-yard loss almost, too. Goodness.
Oh, geez. 2nd and 14 Lions.
Ooh.
And I think that was a pass. Yeah, it's good calling it a forward pass. Boy.
2 mistakes in a row after 2 amazing plays. I think a Westminster defender or a Lion blocker got in the way. Can't tell from that angle. Well, that's a drop snap and now a broken play that's resulted in 3rd and long.
3rd and 14 Lions at the Westminster 34. The line to gain is the Westminster 25. So from the 39.
Westminster's been sitting back in coverage on these plays. Oh, goodness, there's another fumble. Going to be a strip sack, and I think Westminster's going to have the ball.
Westminster ball in Lovett territory as they came up with that strip sack.
A slow developing play, and one guy we couldn't block. He gets the sack and the fumble recovery. Wow, a promising start to first 2 plays, and then 3 plays in a row are disastrous. The 3rd being the fumble on the sack. And Westminster's going to take over in Lovett territory. Boy, that's a momentum bust right there. 2 chunk plays to get into Westminster territory, then a drop snap, a botched play, and a 3rd and long strip sack.
So Westminster has ideal field position at the Lovett 46-yard line. They're going to mark it back to the 48. So pistol set, power pistol right, 2 receivers right now. They're going to just run an H-back. And Collier will take it, get in some trouble and try and throw it away, and that pass was almost picked off. Sam Boudreau went high for it over on that far sideline.
Yeah, kind of a coverage, nearly a coverage sack as we forced the quarterback off his first 2 or 3 reads there, and he almost threw an interception as he's rolling out to get away from pressure.
Yeah, Luke Graham was applying the pressure that time, it looked like, for the Lions.
I think they were trying to run one of their little trick plays down the field with a combo route. We did a good job in coverage.
So 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left on 2nd and 10. They'll put Stays in motion, and he'll just set up as an H-back this time. And they'll hand it off to Ezzard, and he gets dropped for about a 1-yard loss. That looked like Luke Graham that time.
Yeah, Graham, great penetration, beats his block, and then a solo tackle. We haven't done that very often tonight with this running back. Yeah, he just beat his block.
Yeah, Graham really had good pad level that time. He kept his feet moving.
Big play here for the Lions defense.
3rd and 11. Westminster from the Lions' 49-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. They'll take it, throw it, incomplete. Fielden was able to knock it away right on this near sideline.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage. Formation was
like
good.
He's Jacob Fleming they were trying to find.
Yeah, he threw it a little behind him on purpose, and then Fielden gets through and makes a defensive pass breakup without touching that receiver. Great coverage there and a 3rd down stop.
That was either Fleming or Schamberger. I couldn't tell which.
And they had a bad snap earlier, so
one of Westminster's 5 punters or place kickers will drop back inside his 40 and get this punt away right about the 40. He takes about a good 2-step. 1, 2, and he gets it away, and it's a high, wobbly kick that is going to bound and take a Lovett bounce back across the 30. Whoa, 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 son.
Well, that's a break for the Lions.
That is a big break.
That ball bounced maybe 10, 11, 12 yards back from where it initially Lovett would have been inside the 20. Instead, will be near the 35, Richard? Yeah, maybe.
With the 34. Though the point is, you're not supposed to kick the ball.
Oh, when they're downing
You're
it.
supposed to down it. You're not supposed to kick it.
Well, if they do kick it, then we can pick it up and go if we want. We didn't have enough people around that ball, but you're right. Well, defense does a great job after the strip sack, 3 and out. So momentum switching sides maybe again. Matt Lovett just needs to stop the mistakes on offense.
Well,
penalties or broken plays.
Well, the D bowed up. Now we got to get some offensive execution, which is tough in that first game. So the Lions are daring the Lions to throw it deep. I mean, the Cats, rather, are daring the Lions to throw it deep.
There's no center fielder back there. Now there is.
Out of the shotgun, they're going to walk up and go stack set. And Lusink will take it and get across the 40, maybe pick up 2 up to the 41.
Yeah, we just hadn't been able to get any quarterback rushing yards tonight, as Westminster has keyed on our keepers and zone read plays. That was definitely a design quarterback run. Well defended by Westminster. At least not a loss of yards, but not the gain we want on first down.
2nd and 8 Lions from their own 36. Again, we go stack set to the right this time. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. We'll take it, roll this side. Preston's looking, trying to throw to this near side. Pass falls incomplete. He was intending that for Givens.
Yeah, he rolled out of the pocket nicely. I think Westminster's secondary had good coverage on our primary receivers. He floated one nearly caught on the sideline to breaking open Logan Givens, the senior wide receiver.
But that's going to bring up a long 3rd and 8. And
we have not been very good on these tonight, Richard. Honesty compels me to tell you.
So Jones will flank Lusink. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. We fake it to Beaver. We look, throw it underneath. That ball's tipped and intercepted.
Yeah, we were trying to run a little fake outside screen to the left and come back over here and throw it to the right, but Westminster's defenders, we couldn't block them. They got their hands up, and then they kind of read that play pretty effectively, and that's another turnover for the Lions. Second turnover is many possessions for the Lions.
You got to feel that pressure a lot of times. That's hard to do in that first game. And so again, Westminster on a turnover. We'll toss it to Ezzard coming to this near side, and we come up hard and hit him right around the line of scrimmage.
He's a tough runner. He welcomes contact.
Mitchell's there. Well, the reason they stopped his forward progress before he went out of bounds. That's why they're continuing to run it. So the clock continues to run. We're inside.
Officials timeout. Injury. Lovett injury.
Gosh, way on that far side of the field. So officials timeout with 7:56 to go on the clock in this 3rd quarter. Or you got a Brave score for us?
Still 3-0.
We'll send it to the sidelines real quick, Ward, first.
I'm here on the sidelines with one of our Lovett Network crew members, Caroline Goodsell, and we're going to ask her a few questions. So, Caroline, what is your favorite part about being on the Lovett Network?
My favorite part about being on networking is being able to spend time with my friends outside of classes and also getting a behind-the-scenes look at sporting events.
I'd like to think I'm one of your favorite people on the networking team, so I trust your advice. So what advice would you give to someone trying to be on the network?
I'd say go for it. It's a really great experience, and it's really fun to see how everything goes on, and it looks good on your college applications.
It does, it does. I encourage all of you to join because we need new members and everything, so yeah, definitely join. Okay, we have one more interviewer coming in, which is May. May, come on over here.
Thanks, Katie.
May
Thanks,
is a little
Layla.
sibling of a girl named Ansley Stibbs, who's a junior, and she's a cheerleader here at Lovett. Do you think you want to be a cheerleader like your sister?
No.
No, why not?
Because I'm not very flexible.
Okay, well, I think you could get there if you really tried. May, what do you like about Lovett?
I like how it has really good teachers and like the lower school.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, May and Caroline. Back to you, John.
Yeah, great work, sideline crew. Good interview. We believe there was a holding penalty on that play. There was also injured Westminster defensive back, maybe just some cramps.
Yeah, I thought it was cramps too.
Away from the play. So a big run there for Westminster gets called back on a clear, obvious hold from our vantage point over here at Lovett. But that's the first hold of the night that Westminster's gotten flagged for, and it's a big one.
Incidentally, Ward, we've got a third quarter score from Lipscomb, Tennessee, where Trent Dilfer coaches Lipscomb Academy. They lead GAC in the third quarter, 62-7.
Wow.
All right, 2nd and 17, Cat. Collier has Ezard flanking him just to his right. And what's the whistle for?
Got a number of stoppages. No flag, no delay maybe.
I guess they had to
No, that
reset
would be a
the
delay back
game
there.
clock. So again, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. They put Stays in motion across the formation. He'll set up wide to give them 3 wide out right. And Collier's going to fake it, throw it underneath, and that ball.
Poorly thrown for the first time. Now we've got some multiple cramping issues, it looks like.
That ball just flew on Collier. He was really anxious to get rid of that ball this time. Pass fell incomplete.
Oh, he got hit right there. He hit his own player. That's more of a Charlie Worst type thing, but that's big incompletion because that play was going to get positive yards for sure. Now it's 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 17, we'll call it. Trips to the right, single wide out to this near side, and Collier's in trouble. He's going to throw it underneath, and we're going to drop him right there. Good play that time. Was that Christian Bell?
Christian Bell, yeah.
Boy, he did a good job of smelling that out.
I think from his nose position, right? Or maybe end position. That was well played. Yeah, that was from the nose. That's great read there by the sophomore. Goodness, great job. Played some good football tonight.
Luke, are you kidding? Well, they'll attempt a 48-yarder. And this is Josh Brockman, the junior, one of the 5 place kickers for the Cats. High snap, and we should block it. Go pick that thing up and go. Big time, Garrett Kelly picks it up and gets it all the way down into Westminster territory at the 41-yard line. We'll see on the replay who blocked it.
Yeah, we had multiple guys in there. Oh, that was right up the middle again. That was Stevie Bracey, right up the middle. Yeah, maybe Christian Bell too.
Christian, if you're not going to pick it up,
my gosh,
peel back and look for somebody to block. As soon as you start going downfield, peel back and look who to block.
Bracey was unblocked. I mean, just the Westminster blocker whiffed on Bracey. He nearly could have taken that ball off the tee. But I do say, Richard, on those long kicks, those kickers think they got to kind of bomb it, so it's a little lower trajectory. I don't think it would have mattered, but Bracey, big special teams play again.
So Dylan Mayer steps in at quarterback for the Lions, and we'll send one receiver to this near side. We have a bunch set to the right. 1st and 10 from the 41.
False start.
Jeez Louise.
Too many penalties. Just the coordination, the sync of the offense is noticeably. I know we have a different quarterback in there, but just the first game, I don't want to call them jitters, but just a little lack of execution and lack of rhythm.
So 1st and 15, we've got Lindsey to this near side, same stack formation, that little bunch set. We'll take it, try and run it wide, and he doesn't have much running room, and he'll go down pretty much at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the short side of the field hurt us there too. Boy.
Plus, you run on that Nancy Creek surface. It's going to be slippery right now.
A 2nd and 15 or 16. Boy, just a huge opportunity for the Lions. Golden field position after the blocked field goal.
Well, let's not try and get it all in one play. Let's try and pick up about 8 and give ourselves a chance on 3rd down. So stack set right, one receiver left for Mayers. He's going to take it, fake it, launch it downfield. He's got a man open.
Wow.
Just off his fingertips, and he knew he should have had it. That was Logan Givens, and boy, he is sure-handed.
Boy, what a great throw offensively. Good protection, right loft on the ball. Oh, boy, you see the replay here. Just maybe an inch too far, if that. Yeah, it's one you want. That's just what's been happening to the Lions tonight. Either penalties or a play like that you're just not completing. Boy, that would have been huge. So it's 3rd and long now.
So
maybe 4 down territory.
We send Stimmel this near side. And the Cats, I think, are going to drop into coverage on this. And Westminster looked like, is there a flag? Can't be, because the white cap, yep.
Delay maybe? Yeah, because the flag would have come from back there.
Yep.
Delay of game. Well, we're going backwards again.
Not our finest hour on execution. Or finest 2 hours. So Ward, not a lot of 3rd and 20 plays in the playbook. So we'll go I set. Westminster goes with a 4-man front this time. Now they walk up into a 5-man front. We try and hand it off to Stimmel. He's looking for some running room. He gets away from one man and now another, and he's going to set us up to go forward on 4th down. He picks up 18 on that. Henry Stimmel just rumbling down inside the 35-yard line.
Watch the 2nd and 3rd effort here. Just a kind of a draw. Then broken tackle right there. Another broken tackle, or 2nd effort, 3rd effort. Great run. I think the Lions will end up going for this. Huge 3rd down rush.
4th and 2. Boy, do I love to throw the ball here. Oh, come on, Lions. Go to Lindsey down here. He didn't get it. Oh, me. That was another issue on execution, I'm afraid.
I think Westminster guessed the play, basically, with that formation. We've run this formation a couple times and just couldn't get the block that we needed.
Yeah, he had it set up inside.
Yeah.
But we see that. He can't.
That's a big play by the Westminster defense after the unbelievably good 3rd down rush by Stimmel. And the Lions will turn it over on down, so we can't take advantage of the blocked kick and the excellent field position. And our defense has done a great job this half so far of bowing up.
All right, 1st and 10 Westminster from their 34. out of the shotgun. Collier will take it, leave it with Ezard, and he'll push ahead for about 5 up near the 40. They're going to give him 6.
That's just good
Well, that's a good
offensive line
spot.
blocking. Power football, 2 tight ends.
Got a fill here.
Guard gets to the second level and the linebackers, and then that's Ezard all night has had second effort after contact.
Yeah, we let them get into our pads a little too quick. So we've got another young man. It looks like we could have some cramping going on. It's hard to tell. Ward, we need a Brave score real quickly.
Still up 3-0, top of the 9th.
Do we bring in Rabowski?
Alejandra Pena.
So scores across the state. Camden County leads Columbia County in a weather delay, 31, just Columbia rather, sorry, 31-0. Lanier County over Troutland, 26-6. That's a third quarter score. Pepperell leads Haralson County 14-7. That's the halftime score. Callaway leads Opelika 7-0. That's the third quarter score. That's impressive for the Cavaliers to lead Opelika right now. Early County over Seminole County 30-0. If you're wondering, folks, that's a long way from here. Seminole County is as far down in the state as you can get, down in Donaldsonville. You can't get much farther south than Donaldsonville without being in Florida. Shotgun set on 2nd and 5. Collier takes it, keeps it himself, comes this side, spins inside, gets hit around the 43, and he'll go down there. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they did that play in the first half and got about 25 yards on it. So a little better vision by those Lions linebackers. They're keying on the running back. Christian Bell broke through again, and if they had handed it off, he would have been tackled for a loss. But it's going to be a 3rd down and short for Westminster on offense. You'll remember earlier on 3rd and short, they passed it. Incomplete. Going to guess they're going to rush it this time.
So 3rd and 1, Lions come up. There's the flag.
Yeah, we brought our linebacker up. Bracy came up to be like a nose guard, and our Christian Bell shifted, and they jumped off sides.
So that'll mark it back inside the 40.
That might change the
No.
play call.
Stay right there. You don't need – yes, very good. Just wanted to make sure he wasn't trying to mark off a 4-yard penalty. So 3rd and 6 after the procedure call against the Cat. And the Lions are going to walk up and look like they're going to blitz. I think they'll drop out of it. They do. Whoa.
Blew it dead on that far sideline.
Did we call timeout?
Do we have enough men on the field?
Well, there's the replay on the procedure. We must have called timeout. So the Lions look to have called a timeout. 2:04 to go. As Ward counts, we had 11.
We definitely called timeout.
We definitely called
timeout. I don't know why.
timeout.
We must not have had the right personnel, but that's huge. That would have been potentially a turnover.
1, 2, 3.
Well, timeout for the Lions on defense. On
All right, let's send it to the
3rd down
sidelines
play.
real quickly.
Okay, ready? Are we, is this for real? I'm here on the sidelines with the new head cheerleading coach, Coach Scott, and Katie and I are going to ask her a few questions. Coach Scott, how do you like your first year at Lovett so far, and what do you feel is different about your old team? I love it so far. The community has been very warm and welcoming so far. I have not had any complaints. They have brought me in and embraced me and took me under their wing and let me do my thing and have been so supportive of everything. So I love it. But your program's a little different from my old team in that you have a lot more traditions and a lot more crowd appeal. So that's a really good transition because I like the atmosphere. I like the involvement in the crowd, and I like how well they interact with everyone.
I'm really glad you had a smooth transition this year. Now, what are you looking forward to do with the girls this season?
I'm looking forward to just building on what they already have, building up the younger girls and making it a smoother transition into varsity and trying to bring in my expertise and my style into what you guys already have in a cohesive manner.
We're really glad you feel welcomed here at Lovett, and we're really glad that you're teaching our girls here. So thank you for doing this. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Great stop by the Lions on first down there. I don't know why if there was a penalty or clock stopped.
I don't understand why
I think
they
there was a penalty and they declined it.
So 2nd and 9, Westminster. From their own 48, they go stack, pistol set. They'll hand it to Ezzard, and he'll get hit hard right around the midfield stripe.
Good tackling. Bracey in there. Made a bunch of tackles tonight. That's 2 good defensive stands right there on rush plays that have been successful. Look at that. Look at Bracey just shed that blocker. Goodness gracious, that's a highlight reel right there for Bracey. Show that one more time. Watch this blocker on Bracey if we can get that replay one more time. Maybe we can't. Watch Stevie Bracey in the middle linebacker. Comes to try out to get him. Ooh, wow. That's a highlight for Bracey. Westminster here on 3rd down, flushing out of the pocket. I think we're going to get him.
Dropped all the way back inside the 40-yard line.
Christian Bell again, the sophomore nose tackle, has been all over the place for the Lions defense, and that's another huge stand for the Lions defense. That's 3 in a row, right? Watch Christian Bell from the nose position. He has been hard to block tonight.
Getting a great push, peels off.
And finishes the tackle there, too. You love that. Gosh, another big stand by the Lions defense, giving our offense another opportunity.
I'll tell you,
late in the 3rd.
If Christian can keep his motor going 4th quarter, he's going to be tough to block in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the sophomore 205-pound nose tackle. It might be the end of the 3rd quarter there, Richard.
So that heads, we've played 36. We've got 12 more to go. Cats lead at 14-7. By the way, I want to mention that Alan Goodwin and his brother Clark are at the game tonight. Alan was Lovett class of 69, and his brother was at Westminster class of 65, and they're wearing matching T-shirts. Well, matching from the standpoint of they both bought them from the same manufacturer. One's blue, one's green. But there's somebody from over 50 years ago and over 55 years ago in tandem at the game tonight.
That's awesome. Well, are you True Blue? Lovett's True Blue Annual Fund raises over $3 million on an annual basis to support the school's most immediate need. We rely on the support of our entire Lovett community to meet our fundraising goals and provide every Lovett student with the highest quality education possible. Thank you for being True Blue. So a big sequence of events there late in the 3rd. Westminster's defense holds, really Lovett mistakes cause a punt or a turnover on downs. And then now Lovett's defense stiffens again and forces a punt here to start the 4th quarter.
Good snap, good rush by the Lions, and they'll get away a high, wobbly kick that takes a Westminster bounce and will die right at the 25-yard line. So the Lions get decent field position to start this 4th period.
Yeah, we've yet to sustain a drive to score. Our only score tonight came on a special teams miscue, a bad snap by Westminster, and Lovett took over 1st and goal, and that's how only points tonight for the Lions on offense. It's really, Richard, been all about 1st down, getting positive yards on first down and then not shooting yourself in the foot with penalties or broken plays. It's as simple as that. We've had positive plays and good execution at times, but then do 2-3 plays in a row good and then 2-3 bad.
So Dylan Mayers will go under center, single setback. And we go with a little double reversal. We got to get a block on the edge, and we don't. We tried to run it to Givens, and boy, we need to peel back and see that. Come on, guys.
Yeah, just lack of execution again. You've got to block that one guy to spring the play.
The guy who's coming, the one who's chasing,
who's right there,
is who you're going to block.
There's no decision on that one. And another loss. Tried to run a little trick play there. Hand it off right and then flip it back on a reverse coming back, and nobody blocked anybody.
Here he is. Behind him doesn't work there. Find him in front, and they're going to drop us.
Boy, just
way deep back in Lubbock territory.
No in between. It's
David Maxwell just exploded inside and dropped Mayers for 7-yard loss. Come on, Noah. Move your feet, buddy.
Yeah, just lack of execution there on blocking. The quarterback play has not been up to what we're used to seeing with a Coach Muschamp offensive-minded team.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 20 from right at the 16-yard line. And we'll call it 3rd and 20 or 3rd and a long 19. And the officials will have to reset. We put a man in motion, fake it. And Mayer's going to, turf toe got him up around the 25-yard line, and we'll have to kick it away. Picked up about 9 on that.
Third down. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just the first down play, the second down play. Going backwards on 2 plays, making it 3rd and long again. We've had our fair share, but that's probably 5 or 6 3rd and longs tonight.
So Devaney will stand right inside his 10. He'll get this punt away right around the 11. We got to get good coverage. Bad snap. And Westminster drops it, and I think the Lions came up with it, it looks like.
Wow.
No.
Almost another special teams.
Boy. Find that ball, guys.
Another near disaster special teams play. We had almost a disaster on the snap. Can't believe we didn't get this ball. He might have gotten it back himself. The returner fell on that ball.
So Westminster has great field position for this first possession of the 4th quarter for them. This is not like Lubbock Westminster 2005 that raced up and down the field. So trips to the left. Collier will take it, toss it left. We're going to give chase on Ezzard, and we're going to hit him hard and drive him out of bounds for about a 1-yard loss.
Great job by there. That's Graham again, isn't it?
Yeah, Luke gets off the block, stays on it. Kelly's over there.
Racy ends up cleaning it up, too. He's probably got almost number of tackles as his jersey.
That play loses 2 back to the 49. Now let's leave the ball on the ground, Cat. So again, pistol set, power. Let's see if they look back this near side. He'll take it, look, throw it out wide on that far side, and we're going to have to wrestle him down inside our 45 to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I think this is a quarterback zone read here, or an RPO. It looked like he tucked that ball out, made it through a strike. Ended up getting 2-3 extra yards because of the way the tackle occurred.
So third, and we'll call it a long 4 for the Cats. And line to gain is a 37. The line's 37. They'll throw it out high and going to be caught. We got to make the tackle right there. It'll bring up 4th and 1. Oh, guys, we got to make that tackle right there and break down on it. That pass was complete. James Brazelton.
You're playing off coverage right there, and they throw short. I mean, you just got to come up and make that solo tackle. Catches it on the 39. So he gets a yard after. That would have been a tackle for basically no gain. Very little gain. Yeah, they're going to go for this.
So 4th and just less than a yard, and Westminster's discussing it. You know, they might go under center. Now this is when we need Bell to really just sell out and go get it.
You might see Bell shift and Bracey come up on the line. Looks like Westminster's going to call timeout.
Yep, 7:08 to go. Lions trail at 14-7, and the Cats are going to talk it over. Braves went final, by the way, 3-0.
90-pitch complete game for Max Fried. That's huge.
Buzz Capper.
Yeah. Well, it's another big play. This Lions defense in the second half has been tremendous on getting stops. Westminster had a 4th down stop earlier. I think that's Westminster's first time out of the night, so they'll have 2 left. Lions have all 3.
By the way, don't forget, anytime you want to check out things for the alumni, go to alumni@loveit.org. All right, pistol set, stack pistol set. Now they'll go under center. I thought he'd sneak it.
Yeah,
Bracey. I knew it. Dadgummit.
Bracey got in there. No, that was Bell again. Had penetration, but he went to the other side. You'll see penetration here.
But don't commit. Dadgummit.
That's pretty good blocking up front.
Yeah, but dadgummit, you got to know. Don't show it so early. All right, 1st and 10 Cats, 7:08 to go here. They're leading at 14-7, and we need to bow up here and force something. Pump fake, complete, and inside the 30 down to about the 25-yard line. They pick up 11 and another Cats first down.
I'm not sure if that was by design, but if it was, that's one of the best pump fakes I've ever seen. Maybe we jumped the coverage on the outside and he threw back inside. That's well read by the Westminster quarterback.
I couldn't tell if that was Jaden Owens or Hayes Woley who caught that. I think it was Woley. So 1st and 10 Westminster at the Lovett 25-yard line as they've converted some key plays in this drive. Pistol set, pistol power. They're going to hand it off to Ezzard, and he's going to pick up about 4. Well, they'll give him 3 down to the 22, bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, this is the first little hold that they've had that really Westminster's had in the second half as Lovett's defense had really bowed up. Not that huge of a gain. Just Lovett defense has played outstanding in the second half. Pitching a shutout, but that's in jeopardy here. Quarter number 4, 5 minutes change. Lovett trails at 14-7.
2nd and 7, Cats again in that pistol power set. They're going to hand it off to Ezzard, and he's going to tumble ahead down to the 20, give him 2 on that. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is a huge play because they could kick a field goal from here very easily. And they're sending in their receiving. It looks like their passing personnel, taking some of their blockers out. You might see that little short little crossing route, double slant kind of thing on the outside to the far side of the field, to the Lovett side over there.
This is when we need a Taylor Mack corner blitz. 3rd and 5 Cats from their 20. He'll pump, look, launch it towards the end zone.
Great coverage.
Incomplete. Great
Wow.
coverage that time by Nally, step for step.
Chase Nally did not bite on the pump fake. He's reread that perfectly. I thought they'd go the wide side of the field, but they go the short side. Go max protect with the running back helping. Chase Nally was perfect coverage, and they had 2 guys, one open underneath and one on the other side. So a big stop for the Lions defense. Looks like it might force a field goal attempt. Remember, special teams has been Westminster's Achilles heel.
So Woley to hole. Let's hope for a high snap. Brockman to attempt what would be a 37-yarder from prime position. Good snap, and I think it's good.
Jeez, they are so good on kickers.
And so the Cats go up 17-7 with 4:29 to go, and that was not ideal for the Lions.
Thought we might come off the edge there, but they got it off in time. So your Ruth Chris scoring an update, a 10-play drive that eats up a bunch of clock, 5 minutes and 10 seconds, getting a critical 2-score advantage on the field goal. What was the distance there, Richard?
37 yards.
Yeah, 37. They've kicked a long extra point early in the first half of about that distance, and then get the 3 points on the field goal at about that distance here in the fourth quarter. So it's getting late. Lovett's offense is going to have to do something quick here, and then maybe use timeouts. We've got all 3, we believe. I don't think we've called a timeout, but we're not positive on that.
No, we have called one, remember, on the sideline.
Oh, sideline, the defense, that's right. So we're down to 2.
Yep.
Yeah, we should be down at 2. That's right on that when Westminster snapped it over the head on the 3rd down play. So Lovett's offense really has executed at times nicely on getting positive yards. It's the penalties and the lack of execution on blocking on some plays that go for negatives, and that's what's really cost us. We haven't had a sustained drive really of longer than 25, 30 yards, so we're going to have to maybe go hurry up and hopefully get Westminster backpedaling a little. We're going to have to do something quick.
So it looks like Wilkie's going to boot it deep into the end zone. And that's a nice weapon to have if somebody can boot it in the end zone. So the Lions will set up 1st and 10 in their own 20. The Lions will go pistol set. And Lusink will roll, look, and that pass falls incomplete. It looked like he was trying to find.
I think they called it complete, Richard.
Did they?
Don't know who he was throwing to, or he was meaning to throw.
Let's see on the replay.
Yeah, he
No,
called it.
Givens did come up with it. I'm sorry. That was a heck of a catch and great camera work. Big catch for the Lions. Oh, jeez.
I mean, you can't make
Speaking
this
of
stuff
execution, yeah, you cannot make this up.
This is just That's third or fourth one of those tonight. I mean, just a rolling snap from, a veteran center, too. He's a little low, uncatchable, and then we can't, and that's another negative play. 2nd and 5 turns into third.
Third and 17. Third and 17 Lions from their own 13-yard line. Well, we'll call it 3rd and 16 officially. 3 receivers to the left, 1 right. He'll roll left, look, and try and complete it to Bracey, who's going to get shoved out right around the 32-yard line and pick up enough for a first down. Big play by Stevie
nice
Bracey.
Play. Bracey coming from his tight end position. Well, he's actually slotted out there. We had 2 receivers in the area. I don't know if that's supposed to be, but great throw. Nearly a late hit there at the sideline. First down for the Lions.
So Preston's going to get dropped back around the 20-yard line.
Forwards and backwards. Westminster's defense wasn't even set. Again, I don't know that play was out of whack from the beginning. I don't know if some of our players knew what the play was called, and then Westminster's defense wasn't ready either.
Well, that play lost 10 back to the 20. We're going to try and throw a little tunnel screen, and that falls incomplete. It stops the clock with 2:25 to go.
Yeah, just the coordination and the execution of the offense has just been noticeably off on numerous plays. It's almost like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing sometime, whether it be blocking scheme versus route tree, and then the quarterbacks have just been off. First game jitters, I guess you could chalk it up to a little bit.
So we need another 20-yard pickup for third down, and we're not going to get it because on a delayed blitz,
little
Lusink
linebacker
gets dropped. Was that Sam Kravitz, I think?
A little middle linebacker. Delayed blitz right up the middle, and our center and guard just didn't recognize it. No, I give Westminster credit on their defense. They've made some plays. They forced our hand. They forced us to be off a little. I know Coach Muschamp and the coaching staff and the players will look at this tape and analyze it once or twice and then probably burn it, because this has not been one that where we have gotten momentum as the game has rolled on. We've actually probably regressed as the game has gone on, especially on offense. Just never have been able to sustain a drive of 3, 4, 5 plays on offense positive.
I want to give a shout out to our good friend John Ham, Charlie and Luke Ham's dad. We're pulling for you, man. Oh, me. Come on, Lions. Got to mention that next week we will be at home. Lions take on the GAC Spartans, and they may be smarting from their trip to Tennessee tonight because they were down to Lipscomb, coached by Trent Dilfer.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I know he's quarterback whisperer. Must have some talent. Is that a private school, Richard? Do you know?
Yeah. Lipscomb Academy. So Lusink will roll, look, and float it deep. And it's caught, but just what a great catch and great effort.
Givens just short.
And Givens does not pick up the first down.
Kind of a little bit of a rollout Hail Mary, but remarkably it's just about a yard short. Heck of a catch.
He had to come back for it.
He actually, that might even be, he was on top of the Westminster defender, and he reached that ball out. The question is where his elbow was. Maybe we can see that replay again. Givens does a great job on the catch. But watch when he's on top of the defender if his elbow is down versus where the ball is. I still think he's going to be short. Yeah, his elbow is down. Boy, he reached out. That ball would have been if his elbow went down. Heck of a play, but it's going to be a little short.
So 1st and 10 Westminster from the Lions 41. And they'll go with that stacked pistol, that power pistol right. One receiver left, one receiver right. I think we'll see a steady dose of Ezard.
And we only have one timeout left, so kind of surprised they're not doing a victory formation.
Well,
maybe they want to score again.
The clock's inside a minute 20 here. Second and 6 from the Lions 37, the line to gains of 31. Play clock's not even inside 10, now it is. He'll leave it with Ezard this time. He's going to try and get outside. We may call a timeout here, who knows. Nope, inside 44. So that should give him enough time to.
About 3 seconds difference.
That's it.
Oh, no, there it goes.
They could take the penalty and not worry about it. They could take the penalty, have the 5-yard mark off, take a knee because it's 3rd down. Play clock inside 5 seconds now. They'll go shotgun, leave it with Ezard. He'll blast ahead, pick up enough for a 1st down, and that will do it as the clock hits 0-0, and Westminster will walk away with a 17-7 opening game victory in this 2021 season.
Well, this really senior-dominated Lovett team is disappointed, I know, but they've got a lot of football ahead of them and a lot to work on to get better. So this disappointing as this will be for this team, there's a lot to work on and a lot of the season left, and a lot of what we hope to accomplish is still there. So GAC is always been a little bit of a struggle for us, but I know we'll get after it next week.
So don't forget, GAC next week here on the Riverbank. Your final score from the Alfred E. Thompson Stadium, Fritz Orr Field, Westminster Wildcats 17, the Lovett Lions 7. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.
Online sports coverage of Lovett Athletics is brought to you by the Beery Cummings Group of Dorsey Alston Realtors.